Welcome to ANOKHI PULSE TV, where we've got your roundup of what's trending this week, celeb buzz and topical talk. I'm Dilshad.
And I'm Daniel. On today's show, we discuss the box office power of a Bollywood superstar and a Hollywood remake with a twist.
You got it, Daniel. Now, the beloved classic Ghostbusters was given a massive makeover and released in theaters today. But will it live up to the hype or just go bust?
Something strange in your neighborhood.
We're the ones to answer the call.
Yup, 30 years after the original Ghostbusters crew saved New York City from paranormal peril, the torch has been passed down.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Flipping the script, the new team is an all-female ensemble of actresses billed as the funniest women in Hollywood. Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, and Leslie Jones. And then there's Chris Hemsworth for a little bit of eye candy.
You're hired. God, you're all sweaty.
The film had its flashy Hollywood premiere last weekend, and while everyone was undoubtedly dressed to impress, SNL cast member Leslie Jones stood out not just because of this red-hot number and the thigh-high slit, but the drama behind the dress. Just a few weeks ago, Leslie put designers on blast, tweeting her frustration at being turned down by several of them, citing her size as the reason.
I don't know if it was a race thing or a lady thing, but I'm mad as hell.
Well, she certainly showed them what a missed opportunity looks like, thanks to designer Christian Siriano, who made sure the tall beauty slayed in this custom creation.
I'm joining the club.
Unfortunately, the same can't be said for the film, with initial reviews being very mixed. Some called it a horrifying mess, and others insisted, women are funny, get over it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh. Did you want to?
Sorry. I'll let you.
Next time. Okay.
Fans too were divided, with the Twitterati unable to come to a clear consensus. But something everyone seems to agree on is that Zayn Malik's track Who, featured on the film's soundtrack, sounds very promising. With a lyrical nod to the original theme, a 9-second clip was leaked online, and it's been getting a lot of love and whipping up the expected fan frenzy.
We're the Ghostbusters!
Both the film and the soundtrack are out today.
Light 'em up!
Yash film's latest release, Sultan, opened up in theaters this past Eid with a thunderous start at the box office. Here's what's got everyone talking. Directed by Ali Abbas Zafar and starring Salman Khan and Anushka Sharma, Sultan earned over a whopping 100 crores at the box office in just 3 days and has racked up 4- and 5-star reviews by the bundle. With a victorious storyline about a middle-aged wrestler ready to reclaim his fame and reunite with the love of his life, Sultan had hit written all over it. The performances truly carried this film to the finish line, with critics describing Salman's portrayal of the wrestler Sultan as an impressive, full-bodied performance and one of his career best. While Anushka Sharma was praised for a portrayal that was confident and restrained, and her role as Afra as one of her finest performances. The film soundtrack has been wildly popular, with much fanfare for the catchy hit and the melodious Jag Ghumea. Salman's star power was the main component that carried this film through, but it's not the first time. Here's a list of other Salman Khan films that hit big at the box office with his star power alone. While some found Prem Ratan Dhan Payo passable, Salman's presence alone helped the film rake in over 170 crores in its first 8 days. Last year's Bajrangi Bhaijaan did not just win over the box office, earning over 200 crores in just over a week. Salman's authentic and lovable portrayal of Pavan Kumar won over hearts too. They were a sizzling on-screen, off-screen pair for quite some time, but the Salman Khan and Katrina Kaif combo made Ekta Tiger become one of Yash film's biggest releases to date. Who doesn't love Chulbul Pandey and Munni? You guessed it, The Bung back in 2010 kick-started a hit film franchise and one of Salman's most iconic portrayals. We've loved his muscles for years, and now we can enjoy them in spandex. Salman Khan as a superhero kick was massive and cheesy, but mostly massive. So there you have it, the power of Salman Khan through film and box office numbers. So social media has been ablaze these past few weeks with the hashtag Black Lives Matter, and rightfully so. There has been so many tragic incidents happening globally with the Black community, especially with the recent shootings in America. Now, a lot of celebrities, of course, are joining the conversation. Beyonce has always spoken up. Kim Kardashian has started to join the conversation, and so has her husband, Kanye West.
Right.
But now, with celebrities joining the conversation, there's so much pressure on those celebrities who are not joining the conversation.
Right.
Of course. And one of the celebrities who's being called out is Iggy Azalea.
Absolutely.
Because she's been accused of appropriating the Black culture for profit.
Iggy is situated in a very interesting position in this whole debate for me, because like you said, on the one hand, she's been accused of appropriating Black culture, which, you know, there's some merit to that. And so now, when the community is in peril, she chooses to keep completely silent, not a word about it. That to me just reinforces the fact that that's what she was doing, that she was just appropriating it when she needed it, and now she's just keeping quiet, you know? But on the other hand, there is something to be said about taking up space in a discussion when you have no place in it, you know? And I think that perhaps the most respectful thing for her to do is to just keep quiet and not say anything and not take up more room in a discussion where she has no place.
Yes, you know what, and this brings the idea or the conversation, how do you be a good ally? You know, how do you be a part of a conversation like this and show your support without speaking louder than the community that's actually facing the racism?
Yeah, it's a very fine line to traverse, honestly. How do you be a comrade in arms, you know, without actually ever having faced those things that that community has faced? You want to support, you want to be a voice for them, but at the same time, you don't want to be louder, you don't want to pretend like you know what they're going through, you just want to be that pillar of support.
Yes, and you know what, this is where I think celebrities come into the mix with this fine line, because they do have a huge outreach, they do have large followings, and celebrities have been very vocal about their support, but I want to see celebrities actually stepping up to the plate and doing physical things, like Angelina Jolie, for instance, and I think she set the bar quite high. She's passionate about certain things, but she goes in there and she makes a point. She goes in and she changes laws and she makes things happen. That's the type of support I would like to see from allies. And Beyonce, for instance, she's part of the Black community. She released Formation, which had a huge message, but she banked all the profits for that. It's not like the profits went back to Black Lives Matter.
Agreed,
you know? So I'd like to see celebrities taking more action and not just talking and joining the conversation with a hashtag.
Yeah, you know, I do agree with that, but I think everybody kind of has their own reach and they try to do their best with their own medium, you know?
That's true.
To ask somebody to physically go out there and march or protest, that's asking somebody to put their bodies in physical harm's way. And I understand the fear that comes with it, and I also understand that that fear that you feel is just an iota of what a person from that community feels, you know? And it's a huge learning lesson. I have done it myself, and I was terrified, and I can only imagine what it means to live with that terror every single day. I do understand that ask, but it's a huge ask. Coming back to Beyonce, she has done a few things. You know, she's on tour right now. She stood up, she took a moment of silence, she's put victims' names projected on the wall.
That's the type of action I'm talking about, because she didn't have to do that, you know? She didn't have to stop her concert to pay a tribute. She didn't have to do that, and I think that's what matters most. So please join the conversation.
Absolutely. Get in touch with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That's it from us. Ta-ta till next time.
Ciao. Don't forget to stay in the loop for your weekly dose of glitz and glam with ANOKHI Pulse TV.
And be sure to subscribe to our channel for exclusive access to everything that's happening behind the velvet rope.
And if you missed last week's episode, you can click over here and watch it.